I want to lift weights, but I'm afraid I'll get big. Does that sound like you? Listen, if you've got concerns, we hear it a lot from people, particularly women, because we know in our culture that as a woman, your value is to be pretty and small, right? Hey, it's Sarah Curry from Blaze Yoga and Pilates, and I am here to talk to you this morning about making muscle gains. So let's talk about it. Like you're afraid you're not going to fit into that cute jacket anymore, or your shoulders are going to be so gigantic. I'll tell you a little secret. Whenever we have concerns like this, the first thing we do is we go to the research. What does the research tell us about what you're concerned about? Well, good news. What the research shows us about making muscle gains is that you need to lift 70% or higher of your 1 rep max to be able to make major gains in muscle. So that means getting big. In addition, the people that you know who are big, like who are really cut, they have wildly disciplined and regimented lives so that they are following through on nutrition, supplementation, workouts, eating carbs and protein within 13 minutes of exercise, stuff that most people don't follow. In order to make muscle gains, it takes a lot of work, right? If it were easy to gain muscle, can you imagine how humongous people would be? It's a ton of work. So, how do you determine your 1 rep max? Go into the weight room. Go into the weights of the studio. Take a small barbell, curl it once. Could you curl it twice? If you can, that's not your max. Keep going until you find a barbell that is so heavy that you can't pull it up more than one time. You try the second time and you just can't do it. There's your 1 rep max. If you did about half of that in class, it doesn't matter how many reps we do, you're not going to get big. Now, your muscles will get stronger, your tendons will get stronger, your ligaments and your bones will become stronger and more resilient. All those things are awesome benefits of doing weight training without getting humongous. Now, for those of you who want to get big and make muscle gains, you got to stay tuned, because in November, we're bringing Erin Holt into the studio for a really special workshop, and she's going to spend a good chunk of it talking about making gains and how do you actually put on muscle mass if that's something that you're looking for. So stay tuned. That's coming mid-November, November 16th. And for the rest of you, don't worry, pick up some dumbbells. Oh, I got to debunk one more myth while we're at it. We had another student, male student, ask us a month ago about getting flabby. And he said what he had heard was, if you lift weights and then stop lifting weights, you'll get flabby. And I know that you've maybe heard or seen professional athletes, former wrestlers or football players, and 100%. If you are a power lifter, an Olympic lifter, and you get really big and stop working out very quickly and don't mind your diet, those muscles have to turn into something. And they don't say, the way your body works is, if you are loading a body in a particular way, it'll be ready for that load. And when you stop, it's going to change. So if you have humongous latissimus muscles, and then you stop pulling heavy things 2 or 3 times a week, they're going to change. They're going to transform. So same old. If you're not bulking up and getting giant and doing over 70% of your 1 rep max on the regular, then you have absolutely nothing to worry about on either of those causes. So, the benefits of weight training, we know it. If you're over 35, you've got to keep loading your bones to keep them strong as you age. And all of us want to have strong joints as we age as well. So there's no problem. There's so many benefits. And so don't get scared of getting big. If getting big was easy, I would not fit through the doors of the studio.